Good old times on the road. Hope everybody's having a good morning. More than likely you're still asleep. It's 4 in the morning. Shoot, it's all dark. Can't really see me, but it's all good. You can, as long as you can hear me. You know, I sit down. I'm sitting there driving back, and going over the events that happened yesterday. Had a couple personal things happen, so just going over everything. But I had to stop by and see good old moms, man. I had to stop by and see Mommy Dearest. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you're a 5-star general. I don't care if you're the biggest and the baddest mofo around. I don't care if you claim to be the wisest around. Let me tell you this right now. If you don't have an advisor in your corner that you thoroughly trust, you ain't gonna get far. And when I say, and I mean, all right. So I have a few people that I consistently go to. Don't get me wrong. I'll get the opinions of people, listen to them, gauge them, and keep it moving and so forth and everything like that. But there's a handful, very, very select few, that I consistently go to concerning decisions that I make and thoughts that I have, and etc., etc. Let me tell you something. My top liaison, my top concierge is mom, man. And let me tell you something. Your top concierge, your top advisor, the person that you go to, you have to thoroughly trust that person. Of course. But I don't necessarily mean thoroughly trust them in a sense that I make sure they don't spill the tea or anything like that. No. I mean, you gotta trust this person. You gotta trust that this person will be 100% real with you. They're going to take themselves out the equation. They're going to listen what you're saying. They're going to gauge all the variables, and then they're going to come up with an answer. Let me tell you this right now, man. This is how I know. This is when I know I have a good concierge, when I have a good advisor. When God has put this person in my life, and they're playing their role accordingly. Most of the times, man, you'll make some decision, and you'll know when you make a questionable decision, because you'll be going back and you'll be thinking about it, and you'll be wondering, I wonder if I jacked up there. Nah, I ain't jacked up there. Nah, I ain't do wrong there. And you bring it back to that person that you trust. And they may agree with you, like, no, you was in the right. But, they may tell you behind real quick fast, like, no, you was dead wrong. Or no, you handled it, you didn't handle it properly. Or no, you did this, no, you did that. You understand what I mean? Man, just talking to mom, man, and just going through things, and just discussing just life in general. And well, I tell you, man, ain't nothing like having a conversation with one of your top, if not your top liaison, seeing where their mind is at, and giving your perspective. They give you their perspective, and the two of you go back and forth and stuff like that, man. Anybody that doesn't have a person like that in their life, one, I want to apologize and say I'm sorry, because that just means you've just known nothing but people that will lie to your face, that'll kiss up to you, that'll this and that. That's why you gotta pick somebody that's just, that they don't. My mother doesn't have anything to get. Put it this way. My mom don't have nothing to gain by kissing up to me. So she'll definitely tell me what the deal is. Man. Outside of that, man, I'm sitting there driving back, and I'm just like, yo. I was talking to her about I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and you know, it was really funny because you know the topic came up about people you want to be with, and you know what? No, I'm gonna save that topic. I'm gonna save that. I'm not gonna discuss that right now. That right there, I need to elaborate on a little bit more, and I need to think about it a little bit more. Well, you know what? I'll go to this topic. Let me go to this one instead, because this one just happened, and we talked about this too. The gentleman that I just well, it's being reported that he killed himself. Man, I don't know why his name. I just misplaced his name, and you know, and R.I.P. to him, and R.I.P. to him, and I pray for his family and everything like that, you know. But you know, we always hear the phrase, the saying, the proverb: money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't buy happiness. And we chase it so much. We chase it so much, and most of us don't understand that money has its place. Now, when I say money has its place, is that, listen, money changes situations, right? Money changes situations. Should never change you. Just change your situation. With that being said, you have to understand that because money doesn't change you, or it shouldn't change you, if on the inside you're miserable, you're depressed, you're not happy with certain aspects of your life, money is going to change the situation that you're in, the external. Money is going to change all the things that surround you right there. But money can't change what you're feeling on the inside. On the inside, you have to come to terms with that, and you have to work on that yourself. See, money will never take away depression. Money will never take away sadness. It's not the money. And you gotta understand that. Money makes your situation more tolerable. Money makes things better to deal with. But in the end, I don't care if you do travel the world 8 billion times, sleep with as many people as you want, own as many cars as you want, buy as many houses you want, have as many bathrooms as you want, do as many drugs as you want, whatever it is, you can do all of that because you have all the access to this money and this and that. Money will make those things very accessible. But at the end of... Oh, sorry, y'all, because the car... I'm about to say, I think I just hit a bad patch of road. I was like, hold on, the car's shaking. Wait a minute. Did I get a flat? Anyway, no, money will make all of those things accessible, but it doesn't matter if whatever you got going on the inside is causing you to feel whatever way. And there, you know, and I can't necessarily give an example or anything like that, because that could have been anything. It can be anything. You could have not gotten that one thing you just wanted, and now you lost it forever. You could have not been with this particular person. You could have lost out on a friendship. You could have lost out on a business opportunity. You'd be surprised at what some of the things that get people down and people can't pull themselves out of. Or, you know, I don't necessarily touch on this too much. Or, you have a situation or anything going on. And when I say that, I mean, you know, you could be diagnosed as clinically depressed. You could be, you know, anything along those lines. And that's gonna go back, back to, like, you know, you gotta take care of yourself, man. You have to take care of yourself. Have to. You gotta start noticing the red flags within yourself. Like I said, money is a good masking agent, but money only fixes the external, man. Money only fixes situations. Money doesn't fix the internal. You have to deal with the internal. That's why money can't buy you happiness. That's why money can't make anybody feel better about a situation that they have going on within them, because money doesn't fix the inside, the internal. Money only fixes your situations. Money only fixes the external. Hey, yo, man, with that being said, I'm gonna do this real quick, man. A friend of mine put it out there, and I'm gonna put it out there too, man. Look, man, you gotta check on your peoples, man. Cause everybody goes through stuff, man, and you be I'm telling you, man, you be that. I'll give myself an example. I'll be that strong friend. I'm that strong friend, and I say that because other people have told me that. I'm not saying that because I'm tooting my own horn. I'll be that strong friend, and sometimes before I would feel a way, like well, dang, this person ain't hit me up and stuff like that. And I made sure this person was good and this and that. I didn't do it because I needed some cookie points or whatever, some good deed points. No, I don't do that. I don't track the good things I do for people, because that's not why you do it. You do it to help people and people you care about or whatever like that. You want them to be on their feet. You want them to move forward, whatever, And in certain situations, people will consider you the strong friend, and they'll come to you and unload everything on you, and then, man, you turn around and, man, it's time for you to unload, and you can't even unload because it just seems like everybody's caught up with what they're doing. Man, there's nothing wrong with hitting a person's phone with a simple text. Yo, they hear from you in like a week or two. Yo, you good? Hey, girl, what you up to? You alright? Everything good? There's nothing wrong with that. I understand some people, you don't want to, sometimes you don't want to have conversation. Sometimes I don't feel like talking. I ain't gonna lie. No, most times. People know. People can tell. Because I go under a rock and I go about my business. And, when I pop up, I'll pop up for 2 seconds, and then I go back to trying to, get life, get to where I want to be in life, But, yo, there's nothing wrong with a, hey, you good, just checking on you, a quick shout out and stuff like that, because you don't know what people are dealing with, man. You don't know what people are dealing with. You don't know what anybody is going through. And we got to stop trivializing it, and we got to stop acting like, oh, well, I've been through this, so, that person, they going through that, so they shouldn't be feeling like that because what I've been through is worse. Yo, your experience ain't doctrine. I said that before. Your experience is not doctrine. Whatever you went through is not the end all be all. You not the top dog just because you went through 60 days of being homeless and this person only went through 30 days or whatever like that. Just a dumb example, but still, like, you cannot do that. And you can't trivialize people for what they're going through. And you can't trivialize people because they have situations and issues that they have been dealing with all their life, and you want to sit there and act like, oh, well, you just a little sad, you just a little this, you just a little that, and you want to sit there and act like that's not an issue and all that type of stuff, or you'll just get over it. No, you don't trivialize somebody like that. If you're not even going to at least ask a person what's wrong, or just be a listening ear, don't say nothing, because you ain't no help. I apologize. I got a little excited there. Not excited, but it just it touches a nerve, It does. It touches a nerve, man. It's just like, yo. Again, man, people, man, yo. You don't know what people is going through. You'll be surprised just that one. Hey, you good? You'll be surprised on how that can brighten up somebody's day or whatever like that, So. That's all I got to say, man. This is an interesting video. I dropped like 3 topics. So, again, have that advisor, have that concierge, have that person that you can go to and know that they'll be straight up with you and let you know what the deal is, regardless of the situation. They gonna give it to you straight. Always have somebody like that in your corner. Always. And it doesn't have to be your moms, your dads, your brother. I know everybody's situation is different when it comes to family. But you gotta have a person like that. You gotta have one person like that. Hell, even if it's just God himself, you gotta have a person like that. You understand? You gotta understand that you can make all the money in the world. You can have all the money in the world. And it won't mean nothing, man. It won't mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything. And money doesn't fix the inside. Money fixes the outside. You understand? You gotta be good with you. And last but not least, man, check up on people, man. Check up on them. Don't trivialize nobody. Check up on them. You know, just, hey, you good? You know, whatever. If you love the person, I love you, man. I hope you're doing alright. You know, keep it moving. You don't love the person, then you just cool with them. Y'all just cool. Y'all, you know, have some dealings or whatever like that. You, what's good with you? You straight? Whatever. That's that. Keep it moving. You know, ain't nobody asking you. Ain't nobody saying that, like, oh, you know, you gotta have a 20, 30, 40-minute conversation. That's just not you. That's just not you, you know. But ain't no thing to just say, you know, hey, what's up? You good? You know, all well, this and that. And again, if you can't be that listening ear or nothing like that, you know, you probably just suck as a person. Nah, man, but yep. Hope everybody have a good morning. Hope everybody's getting some rest. I've got a long day ahead of me, so get back to driving and getting home and relaxing for like 2 seconds and then working. So all love, God bless. Check out the YouTube channel. What's it called? Mega M143. Like I said, man, just videos I talk about thoughts that I have and things. Sometimes, you know, I'll elaborate on situations that I have going on in my life and just give some insight on some things. And you know, I'd love to hear from people. You know, I'd love to, you know, for people to, you know, I usually do hear from people though. When I do go to events and stuff like that, people usually, it's always funny. People will come to me and talk to me, and we'll have our heart to heart is there and stuff like that. So it's all good. It's all good. So all right, take it easy.